I have just a plethora of stories, but one that keeps there's a central theme of my time is being wasted. My time is being wasted, and what I've realized that I'm doing is it's just a real subtle form of, oh, poor Doug. I'm feeling sorry for myself is what it is, but it seems like that's the central theme of hospitals, this, that, the other thing is just wasting my time. I don't have time for this kind of thing. And maybe
Hmm.
that's the easier thing to work on. I don't have time for this. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I don't have time for this. And do you have a particular representative example of that kind of situation that would
The
work for
latest
you?
the latest one is I was just in the hospital because Thursday evening last week. I started just feeling like I was freezing to death. I'm sitting in my right here in my 70-degree home. I had a blanket on. I had my heating pad in the back here on. I wasn't cold, but I was just freezing to death. And they the last time I had talked to somebody, they said, Doug, if you ever get the chills again or a fever, go to the ER immediately. And I remembered that for some reason, and I did, and ended up that they found out that I have C. diff, which is a bacteria in the stomach that's caused from all the antibiotics that I had taken previously. So guess what they
Hmm.
treat it with? Antibiotics. What? Wait. But I'm sitting in the room, and it's really a nice. It's. I mean, we have some really world class healthcare here, but I'm sitting there waiting for test results,
Hmm.
and that's when the thought hits me: they're wasting my time. I could be home. I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad. I could be at home doing something, even if I'm just sitting in front of the TV.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
sitting there waiting for test results, they're wasting my time.
Okay. So is that true? They're wasting your time.
They are wasting my time. Now that I've had time to settle into that, no keeps. They aren't doing it. They're doing what they do.
Hmm.
They're doing what
Okay.
they do. So yeah, no.
So how do you react as you're sitting there waiting for those test results and this thought is coming up that they're wasting your time? How do you react?
War, absolute war. It's me against them. They're doing this to me. I'm the victim, and I'm the helpless, hopeless victim. There's nothing I can do. I'm sitting here like I feel like I'm in prison.
Hmm.
Prison. That there's absolutely nothing that I can do. In my head, I yell, I scream, and jump up and down at them because they're so incompetent and so like, what are you kidding me? It's taking 5 days to get, what's wrong with you? I think that I look way down at them. I look down at them. And therefore I'm separate. I mean, they're not here to help me. I'm not being helped. I'm absolutely separate and being, yeah, being, yeah, I'm in hell.
Yeah.
What? Are you kidding me? So yeah, just conflict I just know that they're out to get me. It's that old thinking of there's something I've done something wrong and therefore I deserve to be treated badly, treated poorly.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Do you see any images from your past of like they're wasting my time?
Seems like a real common theme. The first thought that came to my mind was school work, and I remember I mean, gosh, it was fourth grade, so I don't even know what is that, 7, 8, 9,
9 years
yeah,
old?
9 or 10 years old, and it was some kind of essay that we were supposed to write, and I'm sitting there writing underneath in this gray pencil, no, just, and That in.
Yeah.
Teacher took me aside and said, "I'm sick of this. We're going to stop doing this, right, Doug? We're going to." Well, okay, but that was because I really did feel like it was a waste of time. It was like, why are you wasting my time? Yeah, wow.
Interesting. Yeah. So then many years later, once again in an institution, waiting for test
Yeah,
results.
yes, interesting. I didn't put that together, but yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, those people,
Yeah. Yeah.
that power, that institute,
Right.
that power. Yeah. Oh, wow.
No wonder it feels like prison, right? It's
Mhm.
like this is
There it is again. Yeah,
they're wasting my time.
and
Do you notice it in your body anywhere or anything else?
it's just tension everywhere, and just I mean, the stomach more than anything. I think but that's simply probably because my stomach was really upset with all the infection and everything else. But it just seemed like it just enhanced that, like not only pain but just intense pressure pain. So yeah, like being in a pressure cooker kind of thing.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. So imagine for a moment that you're in there in that uh, waiting for the same test results, and you didn't have any thought that they're wasting your time. Who would you be in that situation?
Well, the first thing that I can breathe. I just did. It's like, yeah, I can breathe. I don't have to be so and holding on to this anticipation of, oh my God, what's going to happen? They're so just breathe. And in that, I can see that I am being supported every step of the way, not just by them, but my friends, my the floor that I'm walking on, the chair that I'm sitting on, everything. The entire universe is supporting me. And
Mm,
they're giving me medicine to take care of this infection. I mean, they're doing that part. The other part that we're waiting for the test results is the bacteria that's also now in my bloodstream, not just the C. diff, but there's something else that they don't know. Yeah. So, but
mm,
yeah, supported, and even just maybe a little bit of gratitude, because I found out later that this C. diff is potentially deadly. People die from it.
mm.
Whoa. So
Wow.
so yeah, they're saving my life. Wow.
Yeah, the perspective shifts a little
Oh,
bit.
big shift there. Yes, like I get really grateful and go, okay, you take all the sweet time you need to do what you're doing, because it's for my benefit. And yeah, I get
Yeah.
that's the other thing. I see them. They're on my side. They're on my side. Without that story,
Mm.
yeah, they're on my side and they're doing incredible things there.
It's funny how that thought, they're wasting my time, obscures that.
Oh,
Like it just covers
without
it and you can't see it at
question,
all.
without yeah, I didn't even notice that. Yeah,
Right. It's just like, come on, where is what?
what's going
Hurry up! What's taking so
on?
long?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see the competence. I don't see their care. I don't see their kindness. I don't see the fact that they are saving my life. Yeah, I don't see that at all. And without that story, it's like, well, yeah, hello. It's pretty obvious, pretty simple. This that they are giving me this medicine that they yeah, and
Cool.
that made me feel so much better. I mean, physically so much better. So I know it was
Mm. So that's the power of the thought in the equation. When you interject that thought, they're wasting my time. When the mind gets caught on that, it just changes the experience so much as you've just experienced.
it amazes me how my thinking creates my world. That's it. That is my world. Is my perception of it is
Yeah.
like wow, just blows me away. The other thing that I've noticed right now is when I'm inquiring, it doesn't hurt at all. Whatever was
Mm.
that thought was holding on to me, it's gone. When I'm
Yeah.
I'm either believing that thought, in other words, or I'm inquiring about that thought. I'm looking at that thought. And looking at
Yeah.
that thought and really really seriously being, trying to see what the effects are, it doesn't hurt anymore. That's an interesting
That's a
thing.
It is. It is. I've experienced that too. That's why I love to do the work like on a regular basis. I love to do it every day because it's just like to dip into that experience again of like who would I be without the thought and to inquire. It opens something. I can breathe as well. So yes, beautiful.
Yeah.
So, seeing the effect of this thought on you, that they're wasting your time, and seeing what it would be without the thought, the difference there, what would a turnaround for this thought be? They're wasting my time.
The first one that comes to my mind is I'm wasting my time with my thinking
Okay.
myself. I'm doing
Yeah.
it to myself. Yeah. Because I mean, they're probably not even thinking about me. They're doing their job. They're taking care of this entire hospital worth of folks. And yeah, I'm just one of the many. And I'm the one that's, pounding myself with this thought that why are they being so incompetent? So yeah, doing it
Yeah.
to myself. Wow. And taking that
And how does
seriously.
say that again?
I was taking that very, very seriously. It's like, yeah, they are wasting my time. It is a waste of time to be here. What are they doing this to me for? And being just very, very serious about it. So yeah, without
So how does that actually waste your time? Like how does you thinking that actually waste your time? Can you see any ways of saying that?
because I could have been. I brought my entire world's on my iPhone, but I bought all my audiobooks. I bought in on that phone. I've got Spanish lessons. I've got all kinds of games, all kinds of audiobooks. I could have been learning more Spanish. I could have been, entertaining myself with game. So yeah, I was wasting my time just sitting there stirring the pot and stewing in the misery of that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very,
So clear.
yeah. And I kind of began to see that, and I started to do more of the other one that I have on there is a lot of the stuff that you introduced to me about the transcendental meditation, the Miraji Maharish, and a lot of his videos. And oh, I love those. I mean, I get so much from them. And there I was, just ignoring all of that. So yeah.
Yeah. Like a whole rich I'm sitting in a library, right? I'm in a hospital, but I've got free time, I've got available resources, and but instead what does my mind do? It just focuses on they're wasting my time, they're wasting my time, they're wasting my time, and I miss all of that.
Wasting, yeah, I miss all of it. Absolutely. I'm doing that to myself, and that, wow, that's a huge revelation to really truly notice that, and to notice the examples like you're pointing out. It's like, yeah, I could have been doing all kinds of things, even though I wasn't here in my comfortable home and such. Oh well, I mean, yeah, the
Yeah.
resources were right there. Anywhere I go with this phone, they're right there. They're available, which is pretty cool that we live in a time that we have this technology like that. And yeah.
True. True. Cool.
So
Okay. So,
the other one that comes to my mind is they're saving me time.
okay, that's a turnaround. Let's see. Can you find any
One
truth
of,
in
one of
that?
the things that just came to me is the food. It was there. It was. I mean, and it was kind of like room service style. Anytime I wanted to eat, I just picked up the phone and said, "Hey, bring me a this or that or another thing." And so I didn't have to prepare. I didn't have to go to the store. I didn't have to. It was like, "Hello, bring it right to me." And the other one, even maybe even more importantly, that they're saving time is again without the treatments that they were giving me, I could have easily not been on this planet anymore.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
not only saving me time, but they're saving my life, which is a lifetime of time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Wow. Wow. That's a cool
there's
turnaround.
yeah, very
Yeah.
like
Like how much time in total did you end up waiting? Do you
it.
remember?
Well, I was there for actually it seemed like forever, of course, but it was only like about 3 days. 3 days.
Okay. 3 days.
Yeah.
So 3 days versus who knows how many months and years of life that might not have been
Yep.
there if you had died.
Wow. That, yeah. Thank you. Yeah. That. Wow. Wow.
they're
really
saving my
realize that
time.
it's like, yeah, it's not just those little things of the, that they were, pretty much catering to my every desire of what I wanted to eat, and providing me a place. I mean, I was out of. I'm in the shelter there, and those rooms at the Huntsman are really very comfortable. They're not the sterile, just plain little block rooms. They've got some character. I mean, I certainly it's not like home, but
Right.
they were providing for me. So yeah, they were saving time that I didn't have to worry about any of that stuff. Didn't have to.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes I think I want to just have time to do something at home, and then I realize by the time I'm cooking and washing and all the
Oh,
different things that you have to do
another
to just to live,
laundry.
or even exercising, right? But in a hospital, I don't have to do any of that. I've got like 24 hours available, however I want to use
Exactly.
it.
Oh, wow.
So yeah,
I love,
they're giving me
they're,
time. I think that was the
yep,
turnaround.
yep.
They're
They're
giving me
they're
time.
well, saving me time is what I said.
Saving
Giving
me time.
me
That's right.
time, saving me time. Yeah, I think giving me time is even clearer, because that's
Yeah, like they're giving me extra time, like in addition to, right? Not only saving. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, it doesn't mean that it wasn't 3 days, but it just depends how you look at it. And from different perspectives, it's not so
Right.
much anymore.
Yeah. What? How big of a deal in my entire lifetime is 3 days? Especially,
Right.
consequence could have been that would be the end. No more days. So
Right.
just
Right.
a lot of gratitude there. A lot of gratitude. Absolutely.
That's a difference. That's a difference. So we're always dealing in this work with our internal experience. And when I'm thinking they're wasting my time, it's a lot of aggravation. But with this other point of view, they're saving me time or giving me time. It's like gratitude starts to come in. That's a very
Oh,
different experience.
huge, huge. Yeah, just the difference between hell and not hell.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
And that is
Yeah.
exactly what I kept telling people, or thinking, was this is absolute hell. I'm in hell. And I was putting myself there.
Exactly. When I believe that they're wasting my time,
Oh,
then I'm in hell. When I believe I'm in hell, I'm in hell. That's just the way it is. But when I don't see it that way, as we've started to look in this little piece of inquiry, like the same situation could be total not hell, could be actually awesome.
absolutely, absolutely. Giving me time to do more study, to do more, my reading. I love my audiobooks, and I love learning Spanish, and all, all of the rest of that stuff that I just mentioned. So yeah, I had all kinds of time to do that.
Love it. And going back to that other turnaround, like I'm wasting my time. Can you think of any, like when you look back on all the years you've lived, can you find any wasted time over the years?
Oh, sure. Absolutely, absolutely. There, well, in my younger years, I did a lot of overuse of alcohol and recreational, and so I ended up in jail, local jail, a lot. And talk about, yeah, just sitting. I mean, literally, you are in jail, you are in prison, and
Prison.
whoa, talk about you can't do anything. You can't do anything. So yeah,
I love it. Yeah. So then it puts it in perspective. 3 days in a hospital waiting for tests doesn't sound quite so much. It balances it, right? That's all we're looking for is balance. It's not the same as being at home, but at the same time, it's not the same as being in
there
prison
you go.
either. And yeah,
I never thought of that. That's a good way a good perspective to look at in the past. Where has that
mm,
true, and or where that my experience has been like that. So yeah, thank you for that. That's good. I mean, it again kind of shifts the perspective again to see, geez, 3 days versus. I mean, I think the last time the last stretch that I did was like 9 months in county jail. I mean, it wasn't
wow.
so that. I was like,
Yeah.
whoa, compared to that, this was nothing. Nothing.
Right. 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 Exactly. That really puts it in perspective.
Uh,
It's all what you compare it to.
wow, that's
Compared to being at home, this feels like a huge waste of time. But compared to 9 months in county jail. This feels like, yeah. And they're giving me service and everything. I can still listen to my stuff. I mean, this
Exactly.
is,
I mean,
yeah,
I had
not a
TV, I
problem.
had the everything there that you don't have in a jail situation. You just, yeah.
That's
Oh,
right. Very interesting.
wow.
All right. So let's see if there's any other turnaround. They're wasting my time. Did
I'm wasting my time. They're not wasting. Well, yeah, I guess we kind of did they're not wasting my time by
that one. Yeah.
that they're giving me time. Um, one of the other things that kind of comes up, and I don't know if this is a really a turnaround, but um, it kind of made me look at the idea of time.
Mm,
Is time real? I mean, or is that just kind of a construct that we've come up with just to mark the raising and the lowering of the revolution around the sun? It's just kind of
mm,
it's a mental construct. So it made me kind of think about that of is time even real?
right.
So I mean, I guess it kind of brought out a lot of different thoughts there. Um, but let's see
Yeah.
specifically, they're wasting my time. I guess. Well, one of the ones that I like just adding "so what" at the end of it. They're wasting my time.
Hmm.
So what? And that we kind of it's like, yeah, so what? What's the big deal here? 3 days of wasted time? So what?
Good point. Really good point. Right. Yeah.
three
Okay.
days. So well, and with the benefits that came out of that, yeah, have that 3 days. Absolutely, I'm grateful. Yeah.
Some people might like travel, halfway around the world to sit in a room for 3 days and have people serve food to them and watch TV.
Good point. Yeah, that's like vacation time. No kidding. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So the only other one I'm seeing is something like I'm wasting their time. I don't know if that makes any sense in this case, but could there be anything on that level?
I'm not seeing. I'm not seeing. Hmm. The only thing that maybe kind of fits into that is there was a particular one antibiotic that they were giving me. They were giving me it was oral. It was like a liquid, and it would upset my stomach. And so they gave me Tums as well as a something for nausea, and then they stopped doing that. They said, "Oh, that order was rescinded or expired or whatever word they used." And when the nurse came in that second time, I got really angry at him. It's like, why are, I mean, and it would, well, I don't know. It just clicked and I snapped and I ended up to
Hmm.
apologize. But that certainly was wasting his time listening to
Okay.
me whine and moan and attack. So yeah, I can see where I was wasting that specific thing that I was wasting his time venting, venting my
Yeah.
frustration. So yeah.
It's a great example. And again, it balances the scales a little bit. Yeah, even if they were wasting my time, which we've also seen is not true, but even if they were, then I was also doing it to some degree back a little bit. Like and maybe that's what we all do. We waste each other's time from time to time, and maybe there's no harm in that. But I'm also I'm also one who
There
does
you
it.
go. Good, and that is kind of good to see the equality of that. It is kind of a back and forth thing. It's not just one sided. Yeah.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Cool. Well, I think we've wasted enough time
Okay.
on this.
I love it. That is another thing that I love about this work is that we get to laugh. It's like
Yeah, my favorite. We can talk about the most serious and grim things, and it turns out to be a lot of fun,
mhm,
believe it or
mhm.
not. I mean,
It
that's
is a lot of fun.
because it's just something that bubbles up when I'm playing with who would I be without the thought and these turnarounds and just seeing the irony
Mm,
of these situations and what I was believing. It's, yeah,
abs-
so
Thank
cool.
you so much. Yeah, beautiful.